Jumping from one strategy to another is the worst thing a trader can do to himself or to herself. Now, stick to them to see and hear my story and how it happened to me. So last year, by the end of last year, I had came up with my strategy and my trading system, which was profitable. Okay, I will say that it had a win rate of 30%. Okay, some people might hear that a win rate of 30%, that is not profitability. But with the best risk to reward ratio, with a 30% win rate, you can still be profitable. Because my win rate being 30% and my trades were usually 5 to 10 hour. Majorly 10 hour or 5 hour, just that, nothing. So now, this year, I decided that what I will do to my system is to perfect it. So in terms of perfection, what I was supposed to do is to refine my trades, and from refining my trades, I will be taking less trades than I was doing last year. That was simply what I was supposed to do. But in the course of doing that, coming up to refine my trading system, I came across a concept which was an eye-opening one, and I saw that it is perfect and that it is in my best interest to learn that concept and add it into my trading system. So it's a concept, but it's a trading. Let me just call it a strategy. It's another strategy, not so different from mine, but there's the steps in which you are supposed to take for you to come up with another strategy or to start trading another strategy. Is first you learn it. After learning it, you now go collect data on it. That is those case studies. After that, every step you document. After that, you backtest this strategy of the system. After backtesting, you come and forward test it. Now on live markets, and every moment you are journaling and collecting the data. Then after that, you can now decide that now, depending on the type of data you get from that system, you can now decide that it is the best moment now to shift, because you have tested it and you have proven that it is working. So that is not what I did. I studied the system and started doing a case study, collecting data. So now, when I came into my charts, remember I'm still trading the account that if you have watched the previous video, you know that very well that I'm in a journey of becoming a 6-figure in forex, in funding by the end of this year. That is my journey, and I will be documenting every single stage and every single step. If you have not watched the previous video, then you can just go and watch it so that you can be up to date. So in this journey, I've decided that everything will be publicly, and my system and everything. So in my mind, I know that I have a system and everything is working. So back to the story. This is what I did. I started collecting case studies on that system. When you are collecting data on a system, then at the same time you want to trade. Remember, I'm not supposed to trade this new system that I'm collecting data on. I'm supposed to trade my previous system. But now, those things, as a human being, there is a way that you can manage, but it's not. It's kind of hard. So this is the mistake that I did. When I came into the market, rather than executing my system, I started spotting setups from the new system that I'm still collecting data, and I have not yet proven that it is working for me. A system can be profitable and working, but to another person, not to you. You have to test it, prove it, and verify it so that you can now be confident that this system is profitable, even to me. So I have not yet confirmed that, but when I came into the market, I started executing the system, and it went bad. It was bad. So this is what happened. remember, I'm trading 2 accounts, 5k accounts, one with the Fugures and the next one with 100 next. Yeah, those are the firms that I decided to choose. Both accounts are 5k. So if you have watched the other video, you know that both accounts were at a profit of 1% by the end of last year, that was. But this year something happened. The shifting of the strategy, which is not supposed to have taken place, and actually it has not yet taken place, but I ended up executing it. So an update on the Fugures went from 1% up to 1% down, and funded next went all the way from 1% up to 6% up. Now it sounds so good, but here's the twist. You know, as a trader, there is that moment when you are near the target, the finishing line. You start saying that I only need a single trade to win this thing and to finish up this thing. So that is what went into my head, and it corrupted everything. So I ended up executing trades. Oh, this is a challenge of shifting and jumping from strategy to strategy. I can't even recall the trades that I took. Were they from the older system, or my system, or are they from the new system that is not yet proven? So I could spot both setups, and since I only need around 2% to finish up the phase, I could take any. Now something came up. It really hit me hard. The account went from 6% to now 1%. It's about 5,008 or something dollars. Let's just say it's 1% up. So this week, around Wednesday, I decided that I'm not going to trade. No, I'm not, because there is the pain of losing. You are almost at the near end, and now you are now to almost break even, and to where you were. And the other account was around 1%. It's now back to negative 1%. I just said that I'm not going to trade. I'll just take my time off. But remember, we are still locked in and we are focused. So I did take my time off, but not from the charts, from trading and from executing. So what I did, or what I'm doing, I'm back testing, and I decided that let me just keep aside the new system. Let me just keep it aside. My initial system is profitable with around a win rate of 30, and my trades since they are 5 and 10 is quite profitable, and even passing challenges with it is not a hard thing. So what I was supposed to do is to improve and reduce the number of trades that I was taking. So I've decided that is what I'm going to do for now. I'll just reduce the number of trades, and it's not when I get into the market. First, I'm back testing, just taking the A+ setups and just that. So now I'm at peace with the profit that I've gone, and being back at 1% and negative 1%. I'll be keeping you guys posted here, and make sure to like the content and also subscribe to the channel so that you can be notified whenever I do post my videos and an update on my account. So the main update right now is that we are at 1% up on funded next and 1% down on the Fugures. So the main lesson that I've learned so far is that I'm not supposed to jump from one trading strategy to another, or from one trading system to another, without the proper documentation and the proper things that are required in a setup or in a trading strategy. Because all those stages you are supposed for you to come up with a strategy, or to come up with an edge, there are those steps that you have to follow. That is learning the strategy, collecting data on it for testing. Then for testing, you know how to start to trade it like thereafter, after you have proven that it is working and that it is profitable. So that is the major thing that I've learned. And the other thing that I've learned is that during the finishing line, I should keep my mind the same as I kept them during the time when I was on drawdown and I was at break even. My mind is not supposed to shift. The moment I'm near the end, I'm not supposed to start feeling joyous and happy. And now, because that will trigger me to executing any setup that comes into the market, whether it's an A plus or it's not an A plus. And I'll just be executing any trade that comes across so that I can just finish up with the challenge. And that will make me even lose more, as it has done to me. So those are the two lessons that I've learned so far. And I hope you guys learn from me, and you don't repeat those mistakes as I did. Because in trading, there is nothing best like learning from experience. But there is a way you can learn from somebody else's mistakes. If you can take that route, it will be much better for you, so that you can avoid doing that, and you can perfect your journey. So guys, make sure to subscribe the channel, and also so that we can grow, and also you can be notified whenever I do post an update on my accounts and my trading journey towards 6 figures in funding. Yeah, thank you.